Hello everyone. Hello. Welcome to my channel. This is Be So Light. Be So Light. This is Felicia, aka known as Priestess Makayla. I am back to bring some information and to let people start to definitely get people ready for July 2nd. Now, the messages that I've been getting, and I've been also getting in dream, is that this eclipse that's coming in on the on the 2nd of July is not an ordinary eclipse. Okay, for some reason, the dream that I'm having, it looks like a stargate. That's what it looks like, an opening stargate. So for some of you, as you're going through your ascension process and your awakening, a lot of things that I'm talking about will slowly start to make sense to you. But if you are not awake and you're slowly just kind of coming into it, you will pretty much be like, what the hell is she talking about? That type of thing. Because you haven't caught up with the timeline that is in this higher frequency. So if you are doing the process, if you are working on yourself and you are doing well with the process, you will notice how you can't tolerate certain energies around you anymore. Whether it be person, place, thing, or situation, doesn't matter. You won't be able to tolerate it anymore. Certain things that you eat, you won't be able to tolerate that anymore. Like maybe you were into eating a certain type of food and you loved it, and now all of a sudden if you try to eat it, it's like you literally will spit it out of your mouth. You'll spit it out of your mouth. Especially say like if you were in love with eating hot dogs, you're a huge fan of hot dogs, just hypothetically saying, and you love to eat your hot dogs. Well, right about now, if you try to eat that hot dog, you'll probably be like, ooh, I don't like it, you'll spit it out. It'll be something like, I don't want that. So your higher conscious is going to start really programming your body. And one of the energy things, the challenge for this week alone, starting not just today, but start first thing tomorrow, all the way up to July 3rd, do not eat any meat. No meat, no seafood, no fish, no nothing. Nothing in a shell. Like crab and lobsters and things like that. Unfortunately, the crab and lobster meat, there's been some data that's floating around that's it's been tested. It has flesh-eating disease. The flesh-eating organism is in some of the crab and the lobster. So for the time being, I would even say don't touch it until we're done with July. Probably by the time we're done with July, with all of the energy, frequency, light language activation, the code of our light and our crystalline being is going to be at a different octave. So there's certain things that you will not want to eat. Pretty much between now and on all the way up until we have the eclipse, even though it won't be directly over us because it's going to be under us. I left that in my other video. Just watch that and get info from that, where the location is going to be. I even left the web page where you can go check that out. You want to make sure that you are eating plant-based, lots of smoothies, fruit, and lots of water, because our water molecules are speeding up and we will feel a little bit more dehydrated as we move through these frequencies. That's making us move up into a higher frequency level as we process and move through our ascension process. So right now, right here in front of you, I have my my quartz, beautiful clear quartz inside of my water, and I have this water sitting with this quartz. I'll drink this tonight. I've already had one this morning and another one throughout the day. So most of my water right now is not in my famous stainless steel containers that I want to put it in. I put it in glass, and I have my portable blue glass bottle that I'm putting all of my fluids into. So it's kind of like this, the blue glass, and this one's called Awakening. So I'm putting all of my mixtures like cat's claw and cleansing lemon, lime, and water into my glass bottles right now and drinking from that until we get through this doorway of this eclipse. So the other message was, as we are preparing, as we eat the plant source food, the challenge is going to be just go plant. Salads, you can have your lentil beans. If you're kind of gassy or so, after you eat that, you want to do some fennel drops, or some chewable fennel, but just go with the fennel drops, like your fennel tincture underneath the tongue. That'll help stir up some hydrochloric acid so that you can actually digest your food before you eat. You want to take it underneath the tongue, just a couple of drops or so to stimulate that digestive juice to get going before you eat. And you can take that fennel afterwards, say like 15 drops or so afterwards. That works really well for a lot of people to just kind of help with the gassy bloatiness feeling. You are going to feel bloated between now and the time we get there. You're going to probably feel swollen. Then 1 minute you go down, and the next minute you go up. We got the heat that's going on, the temperature. We have the frequency going on, and now our bodies are trying to acclimate to all of this and trying to take in all of these light codes into our cells to be on this higher frequency. So those of us that have done the work, I can't say this enough, and this is how Spirit keeps guiding me to say it, you'll move through this process a lot easier than someone who's not doing the work. Okay? Someone that doesn't have a clue what's going on. Someone that doesn't understand the whole process. Your digestive tract itself, your gallbladder, is going to be forced to become like this super cleanser. Okay? Your pyloric acid, the way it will move through the stomach and detoxification, all of that is that whole digestive tract is going to become a super detoxification system. You might even find yourself breaking out in a sweat for no reason, like you're just heating up. You might find yourself being real distended in your digestive tract. This is a time between now and the time before we get to July 2nd to do a colon cleanse, to really just get in there. If you want to do a cleanse with a colon cleanse capsules that are just for that. Some people have even done things with pink Himalayan salt in a glass and then taking water and taking that in. Just know when you do a colon cleanse, don't think that you can go rushing off going to work the next day. If you're taking it late in the evening, say like later this evening at 7:30 or 8, you're taking something, you want that to work with you in the morning, so by the time you go off and go and do what you got to do for the day, you're not running back and forth to the bathroom because your body is activating itself. So if you're still having a lot of digestive issues and your tummy is grumbling, you can look at good digestive enzymes to help you with your food. And you can also look at probiotics. And you can also look at taking a una decada. In other terms, it's called cat's claw, which is the Amazon name for this particular herb. That is a bark of a tree that's very sacred in the Amazon. But this particular plant, if you haven't heard about una decada or cat's claw, is the other name, look it up. It has a lot of good healing properties that is with your tummy. So a lot of people have benefited really well from una decada. And it's been around a long time from the Amazons. So in this process, things are going to be amping up, and the crystal water is going to help you process. The crystal water is going to help you stay grounded. It's going to help you process and help your body vibrate on those frequencies that we're moving into. Okay? July alone is going to have Saturn in retrograde, Pluto in retrograde, Mercury in retrograde, Neptune in retrograde, Jupiter in retrograde, Uranus in retrograde, and I'm not quite sure if Venus is in retrograde, but that's a lot of planets in retrograde. So just know that this is the time that you really, really, really want to pay attention. And this water is safe for you to drink with your quartz crystal in it. It's just amplifying it. It's helping you to really just keep your body amplified. If you've been feeling tired and sluggish, like all of a sudden, I'm just trying to get through the day and you're just feeling really tired and sluggish, this is going to be your friend. Along with chlorophyll. A few drops of chlorophyll, taking that and getting that into your system helps to nourish your body and keep your frequency up. This is the name of the game now. Can't stress this enough. I talk a lot about it at work when I'm with my other healer companions at work, because I love and care about everybody, and I just want everyone to be in this frequency. Those that are ready to do this. Some people, if they're not ready and they try to throw everything else of the kitchen sink on top of it, and it's not their cup of tea to walk with, and it becomes a religion thing. That's not what this is about. This is not about a religion thing. This is a total frequency energy thing. This is all science. This is all physics stuff. This is quantum energy that we're moving through. So I just wanted to get this information out so that you can start this. Let's just do a challenge. Let's support one another. Let's just keep it plant-based, keep it light and easy. If you want to just go smack down in smoothies, do it. You will find out that this will keep you going to the restroom, flushing out the kidneys. You need to flush the kidneys out so they can keep the body moving things through, getting those things out. So before I get off the line, I am going to present for today. Actually, I'll do it for tomorrow. The energy for tomorrow and the rest of the week before we get to July. So these next few days, I want to just show you exactly what kind of energy that's coming in earthwise, what are some of the messages, and I just want you to just pay attention to how everything is playing out in your energy. So for tomorrow's energy, we're going to pay attention to, I'm just going to shuffle these cards and see what pops up energetically, what energy all of us are going to be dealing with as far as at your workspace, energetically through the consciousness. We're going to be moving into rainbows, rainbow energy. So talking about some blessings, things are coming to a head, moving into some blessing energy. So that's for tomorrow. Our next energy for Wednesday. Count your blessings for tomorrow. Ooh. Wednesday. Oh, we need to be focused. Crystals. We need to be, look what I just finished talking about. Crystals. We need to be focused and crystals. So that's Wednesday. What's coming on Thursday? Oh, Thursday. Lake. We need to do stillness. The lake. Friday, I'm going to be up in Shasta. So excited. We're going to be talking about iceberg, submerge. What do we need to submerge ourselves into? What's being submerged? What do we need to look at? emotion-wise, what's being submerged. And Saturday, we're going to move into a different set of cards. Saturday is new growth. New growth. This is the new growth. New growth card. She's out in the field. She's got her hands open and it's growth. And we're looking at the symbol that's over her head. Looks like the turtle symbol or four directional symbol. No, the new growth. Okay, and the number that we're going to look at for Sunday. Actually, let me do this. They're saying card. So for Sunday, this is what you're going to be working with on Sunday. I love it. Integration. Oh, I love it. Integration. Look at that. Look at the hand. Look at the pyramid. Look at the heart. We have indigenous. We have our ancestors. We got all of these coded things that are moving in. The spirit is integrating all these wonderful things. Some of you might not know, but you probably will start speaking your own light language. Light language is the original soul language. The original soul language. Sometimes I slip into it at my job and people are like, what is that gibberish she's talking about? What is she saying in another language? But when someone slips into light language, or better yet, known in churches, speaking in tongues, it is simply talking in your soul language. And the soul language that you can speak, that the creator, the source, knows. It knows. Everything in the universe is evolved with sound, color, numbers. Is how the universe talks. So why do you think you always see things like 222, 333, 444? Those are codes coming in to help wake you up, to help anchor the next set of codes into you. They're also messages to link you to your next destination of things to do, to help you pay attention. So the number energy that anchors all of this for the rest of this week . Interesting. Is the number 3, creativity. The Makra ball. Number 3, creativity. This color is also working with the solar plexus, the emotions. What did I just finish talking about? Our digestive tract. Hello. Cards don't lie. I love readings. I love readings. Love doing readings. But if anyone's going to get a reading from me, you definitely have to be ready. You can't just say, oh, I want a reading. And no, you have to be ready for a reading from me. Because it's all about truth. I don't sugarcoat anything. I say it like it is. And rather you believe it or not, or don't feel like it resonates with you, it's because that timeline has not matched you yet. So long story short, I did a reading once for a lady, and I still laugh and chuckle about this one. I've told people about this story. I get a reading for this lady, high CEO lady. She was selling off her business and moving on to something else, and I said, oh, okay, good. I'm glad you made up your mind to be out of this this particular business. She said, yes, I'm going to stop this business. And I said, okay. And she goes, well, I just want to know what I'm going to move into. I want to do something entirely different. And Spirit was showing me bread all around her, where she had all these beautiful loaves of bread that was made all around her. And I'm like, looking at that, and I said, what? I said, she's going to be making bread. I kind of started to laugh. And I said, making bread? What? So I told her, I said, well, I see bread all around you. And she looks at me, she said, I don't even cook, and I wouldn't even know how to make any bread or anything. I don't do anything like that. And I said, well, okay, you're not doing it now, but it's on its way, and that's what you're going to get involved in. It has a business or something tied in. I see bread around you. I see you making bread. I kid you not. And spirit doesn't lie. Cards don't lie. A year to the time that she had her reading, didn't see her like for a year. She came into the business. She had these beautiful circular fresh loaves of bread under her, between her hands that she was carrying. And she walks up to me and she goes, I haven't seen you in a long time. Do you remember me? And I said, yes, the lady that said she would never make bread. Yes. And she hands it to me and she goes, I make bread every day. My husband and I invested in a deli and we make the bread every day. And she just gave me the biggest hug and she says, I've never been happier, because this is what I enjoy doing, and I like seeing the smiles on the customer's face when they're getting these beautiful sandwiches and made with this bread. So it's I believe it's the Pocket Deli that's located down in off of the West Sunrise area. So if you're ever in need of a good, nice, healthy sandwich, they make it really nice with or without meat, your choice. But their bread makes the best French bread. Their bread is so good. Their bread is just simply dangerous. Let me just put it that way. It's just simply dangerous. Just dangerous bread. So let's just all support each other and stay in the frequency of holding this space. Now you're probably saying, well, why is it so important for us to be eating this plant-based diet and staying away from the meat? Because the amount of energy and the light frequency that's coming in as that opening shifts, when we go into that eclipse, the frequency that's coming in has to anchor into our cells. So more of our DNA is going to be waking up on that higher frequency level and reminding you of who you are. That's why. So you're basically clearing out anything that can be gunking and slowing down the process. You're opening up everything. So when this hits, it takes. It's like, bam, magnet. It attracts. It goes into the cells. It feeds everything. It's good. So that's why we're doing this. I suggest highly that you tell everybody else that you want to kind of move into this, to share it with them. Share and like this page and subscribe. I'm glad I'm a new person into this forum of YouTube. Doing this, I've watched YouTubes for years with different people and stuff, and I love a lot of the people I see, and hats off to everyone. But I like the fact that I'm on the newer side, because I can get a lot of things out like once again without being like flagged, targeted. You know, the longer you're out there, they pay attention to you more. So anyway, I just wanted to get this information out there. Also, tidbit, Spirit is passing another info to me. The life of being healers, we are never totally done with our work. Are we healers? No. We're always doing something to help some kind of greater way. Our mission is never done. So here is another thing. Please, 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 if you are moving into a new home or a new apartment or moving out, when you move out of an apartment, you want to cut all of your energy ties from that apartment space or that home space, wherever you are living. So you will be using things like lemon water, natural products with orange or lemon in it to clean off the doorway, clean all of the handles, drains. You're going to pour certain kind of friendly type of solutions down the drains that helps with cleansing. You're going to cleanse and you're going to smudge the space and move your energy out. And when you smudge, you want to make sure you have the doors open and the windows open so things can leave the space and exit. And then you close those doors so everything stays out as you already did your smudging. You want to remove your energy from the space. Okay, you want to clear it. If you are moving into a new place, and the reason why I'm bringing this up because I've had a client today that's having some issues, some severe paranormal issues in a home that they just bought. And the first thing I said, did you smudge your home before you moved in? Oh no, I just got all the boxes in and everything, and I wanted to unpack and make sure everything was good so I can smudge and then smudge afterwards. I said, no. When you move in and you have a place, you want to smudge before you bring anything of yours into that space. Period. Let me say that again. When you move, before you put any of your belongings in there, you want to make sure you smudge your space before you bring your stuff in. So you can do it with sage, you can do it with Palo Santos, you can do it with any sacred medicine that you walk with, that you want to use. You can smudge up your area with rose incense. You have to smudge and get rid of whatever energy is in that home. Because what if this house or home had a lot of energy in it dealing with a divorce, or somebody had a serious illness in that home, or had prosperity issues or abundance issues, and then you move into it? You were doing fine until you moved into that home, and now all of a sudden you're having all these problems. Hello? Like energy attracts like energy. Think about it. Energies attract energies. It's all about energies. So one of the things I want people to always remember, you don't want to be a part of that attracting energy. You want to make sure you keep your energy sacred and clean and up. You don't want it to be amplified with something that's, you don't want your energy to be brought down by moving into a home that had chaos. Okay? A lot of people, they just take it for granted. They just move into a home and then you wait, and a lot of times a home is going to show you it's not a happy home within the first night you try to sleep there. You start hearing things, you feel cold drafts, certain rooms have a weird it feeling. You have flies in one room, or creaking sounds, and it becomes more active when the sun starts to go down. Your animals, your dogs or your cats won't go into a room, or they don't want to be in the house, or they start to all of a sudden don't feel right, or they become barking and upset, and all of these things, they're not at rest. They see things moving around. Animals are dimensional. They are able to see spirits. Dogs and cats especially. Cats are the doorways. They can see spirits. They see these things. So when your dog or your cat is acting strangely, you need to pay attention to that, because that means somebody is in your space that shouldn't be there. Or they're there in that home and they don't want you there, so they're going to make it uncomfortable, so you will leave. Because there are some spirits that are just tied to a home space. They're tied to it. And you have to do your research and find out what the history is of that house or that apartment. What land is it sitting on? What's it sitting on? Do your research. Don't just assume because you bought the house, or here's another one I love. It's a brand new house, and you're thinking nothing's going to be wrong with it. If the ground had to be broke into to put the foundation down, something got disturbed. Somebody's not at rest anymore. Then you're going to be doing a whole nother new dance. So, smudge up your home. Bring in your rose water, rose essential oil diffusers, high frequency. Spirits don't like to hang out in things that are high frequency. They like to be in match with fear, anxiety, depression, sadness, illnesses, anger, frustration. They like to match that. They like to feed on that. Okay? Depending on what kind of spirits you have lingering in your space. And the things you want to watch out for is when you start having electrical problems. Because there's plasmic energy of who they are, they're trying to pull in energy from other energy sources like electricity. So they were already having electrical problems in there. And as I'm working on her, I kind of scan in and I look, not scam in, scan in, and I see like a crack in the foundation of the home, like it's leading up to a room, or it's in the room area. You can't really see it, but you can look and you can see it. And I say, you got a crack that's running through your home, whereas it's causing some issues. You need to take care of that, salt that area, put a little bit of sea salt through there and close that off. And she doesn't think about it until like 4 minutes later, and she said, oh my God, yes, we have a crack that's running straight from a living room, because we found it when we were looking at the carpet. We wanted to put the carpet down, and it runs into the master bedroom. I'm like, oh, well, there you go. So, please, I don't want to go into more of it. Let's just put it this way. She left with a homework assignment and things that she needed to do to take care of her home. Medicine-wise, women are responsible for the energy of their home. It's your responsibility to make sure the energy vibration stays in peace and harmony and calmness. For your children, your loved one, your partner that comes in, when they come into the home, a sanctuary, the home needs to be settled into that vibration. It needs to be sanctuary. When you come home from work or whatever, you want to be able to kick off your shoes, relax, rejuvenate, take your nice hot baths, move back into that place, and that's what you want to do. Your home needs to represent that. Your home is not a peace place if you are someone that has stuff every single place. If you're a pack rat, I call it, you hold on to stuff and can't get rid of nothing. Okay? I'm not saying that your home has to be super clean, waiting for a magazine camera to come in and take a picture of your home so you can be on the front page of a magazine. I'm not saying like a model home. I'm just saying it should be able to be where you can walk in, you can sit on your couch, and it can be restful. You're not stepping over stuff to get to sanctuary. Okay? So those are some of the things I wanted to share with you about women keeping the energy of the home. If you are with a man in your home, or someone's representing the masculine energy of your home, whatever role is being played, male, female energy, the male energy is all about providing. It's all about making sure the home is safe, making sure there's food, making sure there is protection, making sure that whatever is outside, you're ready to do battle. It's always about protection. That's the man's role. That's the energy of that. Keeper of safeness. Okay? So, that's how I was taught from a native point of view what the roles are energetically. Masculine and divine feminine energies, their interactions. So just make sure your homes are clear of energy that doesn't need to be there. And when you are asking spirits to depart, by cosmic universal law, spirits have to leave if they're being asked to leave and command to be left to leave. They have to. It's the universal law. Sometimes you get some that are a little bit more resistant, but that all depends on if they are bind to that location. If something happened that binded that spirit to that location, then you're doing a whole lot of looking for something out of the ordinary, looking for something that's weird. Her situation, some of the energies that were stuck in that house, there was a tree out on the land that did not look like it even fit in with the rest of the trees. It was very old. It was very beaten down. It had a lot of dead shrubbery around it. And after they went and felt the energy of that tree, they immediately had this feeling like they needed to take that tree down because it just looked dead. And as they were taking it down, they found a very old rope with that tree, like it was hung on a limb and it was looped. Need I say more about that? So we don't know, they don't know if somebody was hung, killed there, something happened. They don't know, but they know as soon as they took the tree down and pulled that rope out and undid it, half of the energy was gone from the house. Okay? So, with that being said, believe me, I will always have something metaphysical to share with you about our spirit world, how we're living as these human beings in these temporary bodies, but we're 100% light. We're 100% spirit. Our soul, we're soul beings. Okay? So, I just wanted to get this information out to you. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to old cellular memory of traumatic things that have happened to you. Might be just lifted out of you and you actually feel it dissipate and moving out. So just know that that's something else that will occur. So please like and subscribe and hit that bell when you want to know what I'm gonna tell you. So I hope this information is healing for all of you. I hope that what I'm presenting for you is it helps you. My goal is just to follow through as much as I can why I'm here on this planet, to do what I need to do. None of us know how long we're here. I'm just trying to do my mission and to really help as many people as I can. And let me tell you, this wasn't an easy task for me to come on and do YouTube, because I'm like, I don't want to do YouTube, because you got to deal with lower frequency number 2 people, and I had to kind of weigh the difference. What's more important, being pulled into drama of a number 2 person, or being able to get messages out that can help people as a whole? Well, I guess the helping people as a whole won. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I love you all. Be good to yourselves. Much, much, much goodness to yourself, and journey well. And once again, thank you for being here on my channel. Be Soul Light. Have a wonderful evening. Sleep well.